I'm always asked, is it important to go to leadership camp? And are we the best? And what I'll tell you is this: leadership camp is wonderful for anyone. And where you attend is a personal choice, of course, and a personal preference. But I would tell you to think about, and this is what I see a lot of schools not doing, is to decide what is your desired outcome. Do you want your group to be a well-bonded, well-developed, productive team? Then if you do, then you go to this camp. If you want your delegation to learn on an individual basis and come back with a great experience, but individually they've grown, and not necessarily as a group or as a team or as a delegation, then there's another option. If you want your group to be led by others who are older, adults, then you have that option. I mean, it all depends on what it is you're looking for out of your leadership camp program during the summer. Where you're going to spend your dollars should be based on what it is you want to get back, and not what's offered out there and that you have to go and be satisfied for something that doesn't meet your needs. Personally, I think all the camps are wonderful. I think they each offer a great benefit depending on what you're looking for. And so I'm not going to say we're the best, because personally I don't care if we're the best. I care that my clients who attend get what they were looking for, because ultimately that will be the best for them. And so I'm not going to tell you one group is better than the other. What I will tell you is that you need to figure out what your desired outcomes are. And you figure it out. Don't let someone else tell you what it is, because I've seen that happen a lot of times. Oh, we should go here. Why? Because everybody else goes. Well, if that's not going to meet your needs, it doesn't make sense. So when you're deciding where to go to camp, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The first one is decide what your desired outcome is. What do you want to walk away with from camp? The second is decide where you're going to go to camp by doing your homework. Don't go because you've been going there for 5 years in a row. They love it. I love it. But I also know you need to understand why you're showing up for camp. The third thing I would tell you is that try to encourage as many people to attend, because it will make your experience better. But also it means when you return back, you will not have a bunch of student leaders at this level of training and students over here at this level of training, because there is a gap in between. And what most people assume is that the kids who've gone to camp are going to somehow have the other kids raised to their level. It doesn't work that way. In fact, it's the opposite. What will happen is you will drop down because you have to slow up and teach them what they didn't experience. And so just keep that in mind. Don't think that you're going to raise them to your level. You're going to give them some experiences and share some information, but it's not the same as going to camp. The other thing that I would tell you to think about is that, start making your council members responsible for paying for part of it. If you haven't done that already. One of the things, and you'll notice after your experience, is that when people are fully invested in a program, they will pay attention, they will be on time, they will learn, and they will return with information. And fully invested means that they put some money out there. If I show up and I've been scholarshiped or someone else is paying for me, I might not take it as much as personally as I could, because I'm not fully invested. I didn't put anything out there except showing up. And I'm not saying that's true for everybody. What I'm saying is it's a great way to teach people about responsibility by having them pay for part of their development. So those are 4 things to keep in mind when you're deciding where you're going to go to camp. And if you can't go to camp, then there are plenty of options where I know we can bring our program to your school campus. In fact, we're doing that in a couple of leagues, is we will bring our staff and run a couple of day conferences or camps, and students go home at night so that there's no cost of staying in a dorm room, but also we're providing information that will help them still get some leadership. But I still would encourage you to go somewhere, because the information you're going to receive from any of the camps out there is going to be valuable. And not just because you're in high school or in middle school, but because it's good stuff for the rest of your life. So go to camp, but I have a preference where I would like you to go.